Well, let's try this again. Only this time I'm only going to use nickels because I have a feeling I'm going to have some telephone interruptions that are going to blow my mind. So, okay, looking at the LC and the JC, I always bet after a double L, and I have 3 W's here, which makes me think that the number 1 column, which would put a W here and a W here, I have a sneaky feeling that might work. So let's try the number 1 column for my very first bet. Well, what do you know? Okay, now what have we got? All I'm going to bet this time is the jump columns, 2 and 3. I gotta remember now I'm playing for nickels. Jump columns is 2 and 3. Then here again, I'm only trying for 50% of my bankroll, which was but it would be 50-cent piece, and I did get that, so I'll put in the 3. Now I'm going to bet the jump columns, which are 1 and 2. And I'm also going to bet the jump dozens, which are 2 and 3. Number 6, out in left field. Okay, got an L on both of those. So let's go with the last columns, which has 3 W's. The last columns would be 1 and 3. And I will go with the last dozens, which is 1 and 2. Because each one of those have 2 W's. And that's a little better. Now what do we do? Oh my gosh, look at this mess. Double L's and W's. Okay, I'm going to hope for a biggie this time, because I'm going to bet for a W here and a W here. That would be the second dozen. So I'm going to bet dozen 2. And the same thing with this. I'm going to bet for a W here and a W here, which would be column 1. So we'll try column 1. If both of those hit, that'll be great. Well, that was a break even. One of them hit. Okay. Now what have I got? 3 L's. I'll leave that puppy alone. Okay, I'll go to the last dozen, 1 and 2. And because of the 3 L's on the last column, I'll go to columns 1 and 3. $15, that's a good hit. Now, I will do the exact same thing. Last dozen is 1 and 2. And last column is 1 and 3. Okay. Yeah, I lost a nickel on that deal. Okay. Now this time I will just go with last columns 1 and 3. This almost ought to win, because he's got a good pedigree of W's there and only a couple of L's, but I'll still just wait on that. Number 3 is a winner. Ah, he didn't. Got 2 L's. Okay, I'm back to that same situation I had a while ago. Let's try that again. I want to get a W here, W here, W here, W here. That'd be 4 W's in a row if that worked. So I'll bet the third dozen and the first column. Third dozen, first column. Hope for number 31. Yeah. Another one of those break-even deals. Okay, what have I got? 3 L's down there. So this time I will bet the jump dozens, which are 1 and 2. And I will bet the last columns, which is 1 and 3. There's the 31 I wanted last time. Okay. Now what do we got? Okay, I'm kind of off of the jump dozen because he's got these 3 L's. Anytime I see 3 L's, it's like, he's not pulling his weight here. Same down here. So I'm going to go with the last column, which is 1 and 3. And do I want anything else? No, just last column. Okay. Now what do we got? Okay, we got 3 W's up here. We got 3 W's here, or a bunch of W's actually, but I mean, so I'll go with the last dozen, 1 and 3. And I will go with the last columns, which is also 1 and 3. Uh-oh, I think that was a bad hit. No, yeah, I lost 1. Okay. Okay. I'll just go with the last columns, 1 and 3. That last column there is really hitting. Come on. Probably make a liar out of me this time. Nope. 19. Now what do we have? Just going to rebat and do the same thing. I know. Now, I have this thought come in the back of my head. I'm pushing my luck right here. With all of these W's, I'm really pushing my luck. Because this can only go so far, you know that. Now, another thing you could do right here would be bet for an L. And an L would be the 2 that you don't see right here. So I could bet for a 2. Since I'm only betting nickels, I'm going to do that. No, I'm not. Oh, what to do? What to do? No, I'm going to go with what it's been doing. Let's just see if we can get the number 16. Well, that's good. Another one. Now, let's see what we have now. We got some WLW. Okay. That can't go on forever. That means that second dozen has slept for all these spins. That's a lot. So this time I am going to go a column, not dozen. I am going to go with the second column because I just feel it can't stay there like that too much longer. So we're going to bet for an L right here to appear right here. Here we go. Come on, number 2. 14. There it is. Now, was that gambler's intelligence or was that pure luck? Was it pure luck or was it just that I thought, man, that can't go on forever? So, now we got us an L. And we've got a LW. Now, since I've had so many in his pedigree, I'm going to call this L an aberration. And I'm going to bet the last columns again, which is 1 and 2. And that would include the 2 column, which has slept for so long. So maybe the 2 column woke up and he'll start hitting like crazy. Come on. Okay, last columns, 1 and 2. Let's see what they can do. And it's the 3rd column. Wouldn't you know it? What a bummer. So now we got a double L. Okay, I always bet the double L. And I'm going to bet the jump dozen. So I'm going to bet dozens 2 and 3. Well, it's almost like they don't even want you to play on this website. They make it so difficult. And last columns 2 and 3. See what shakes out there. Come on, 27. Oh, number 8. Well, wasn't all bad. Wasn't much good, though. I got my W right here. Okay, now up here, I've got a WL, WL, WL. Now the next L, I will bet for this LW to continue. But right now, I'm just going to bet the jump columns 1 and 3. I'm back to the 1 and 3 again. Well, I was up to $1.40 a while ago. I almost had it made. And there's the 3. Okay, we'll have to wait for an L. Okay, got 2 L's. So I'll bet jump dozens 2 and 3. And jump columns 1 and 2. Is that right? Yep, 1 and 2. Come on, 22. 22 would be nice. Oh, 21. Does that work? No. Okay. Lost one there. Okay, now then, we have 3 up here and 3 here. So I'll bet last dozens 1 and 2. And I will bet last columns 2 and 3. Hope for number 3, 6, 9, or 12, somewhere in that vicinity. 15. I think that's a good hit. Yes, it is. Now I'm back to $1.35. Okay. Always bet my double L, and look at this. So what I will do there is bet the 2 column and hope that I get a W here and a W here. So I'll bet the 2 column, and up top I'll bet the last dozen, which is 1 and 2, and hope for number 17. Ooh, 4. Is that good? No, it's not good. Okay, what happened? I got this guy. He let me down right here. Dirty bird let me down. Okay. I'll just bet. Got 2 L's, 2 L's, 1. I'll just bet the last dozens 1 and 2. 1, 2. Okay. All right, that worked. Where does that put me? $1 what? $1.40. Okay, I'm back to $1.40. Now, once again, I'll bet the last dozens 1 and 2, so we'll just hit rebet for that. Is there anything else? No. That's it. No. Too bad, too bad. Now, what I said a while ago, when I'd get this LWL pattern, I'd bet for a W. Now I'm going to bet the dozens 2 and 3. And what else do I have? Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to clear that. I'm going to bet for a W here and a W here. I'm only going to bet the second dozen. Now, is there anything in the columns? Yes, I'm going to bet the jump columns 2 and 3. A 17 would really help this time. 34. Big loser. Okay. Okay, since this guy, he did get his win like I thought. This was the one that let me down. So, since he's had a pretty good run of W's, I'm going to bet the last dozen 2 and 3. Gosh. And I'll bet the last columns 1 and 3. Because he's got 3 in a row. Well, I'm down to 95 cents. Yeah. Okay, that helped a little. I guess you've noticed that I am not playing a progression of any kind. Now, I'm going to go with the exact same bet because like I said, he has had a good run of W's, and he's only had 2 L's quite a ways back, and this guy won last. So I'm just going to rebet and do the same thing and hope for the same result. 16, and there it is. Okay, now back to $1.35. Now then, okay, look at this. We've got a WL, WL, WL. So, I need one more. No. No, I'm going to bet. I'm going to bet the third. I'm going to bet for a W here and a W here, which would be the third dozen, all by itself. And then I'm going to bet the last column, 1 and 3. A good hit here might put me out. That's not a good hit. Okay. So what happened? He lost for me. He won for me. He won for me. Once again, I'll bet for a W here. I always bet my 2 W's, so I'll bet just the third dozen. And I will bet the last columns, which is 1 and 3. And hope for that 31 again. 28. Good enough. $1.50. There's my profit. I sure wish I'd have played $5 instead of 50 cents. Anyway, now the big question. Was it luck? Was it all luck, or was there anything to it other than luck? That's the question. Luck or not luck? That is the question. Adios, amigos.